Today's topic is it is about uh, SQL, how SQL using in the Oracle NoSQL database. As you know, NoSQL is not only the SQL. It means SQL is very important, one of the tools in the uh, NoSQL database. So, of course, we based on the last previous lecture. We already create this basic environment, which is um, unsecure connection with Oracle NoSQL database, even in the IDE, not being Eclipse plugin, as well as IntelliGenP. We somehow demonstrate this connection. That after that we point out this issue that if you without using the secure connection, we cannot do further operation, especially creating table, inserting table, update those things we cannot execute. That's the reason we prepared the last times. One of the lessons it's talk about the secure connection of the Oracle NoSQL database, and then based on those knowledge, of course, at that time you also mentioned that we have to use. In the current situation is we have to use Linux because in the Windows they didn't support default admin connection in order to create further uh, current of user level of the operation. Whatever the higher or low level of the operation, we still needed to, in order to keep more control about the NoSQL database, we have to create those under those permission. Now, I'm going to assume that I already downloaded those things. I mean, included Oracle NoSQL database being installed it because I already explained last time. I don't need. I think I don't necessary to repeat again. Then, as well as I already downloaded another example. I mean, there's example that I mean, while you this one, yes. While you download the NoSQL database, there's also instruction, single instruction, as well as example. I download the example with the Linux, then because why? We needed to a little bit, that's a little bit needed to think about it or run about it. How does it look like? Uh, the SQL functionality using the admin. So we can take this example, we somehow use SQL functionality in the Oracle NoSQL. Now, so assume that this is my Linux. Then at first I'm trying to using the graphic interface. Let's say I used which one? I used this one. I think I used this one. Inside, I download this I download this example. So there's a lot of example. So SQL, table, creating table, and then hello world, those things. But basically, I will use several things. I can demonstrate this SQL functionality. So let's start. So first things that I needed to, first things that I'm going to introduce several things. First is I'm trying. I will be using the SQL tools. I mean, in the NoSQL library provide SQL tools. So that tools we will be use how. First of all, you needed to connect it, right? So that's things we needed to. Of course, first we needed to start this SQL option. I already start this another window. Here it is. I think this one. Yeah, I already start this Java Live Kiwi Store Kiwi Lite default Kiwi Store. Of course, secure connection is enabled. Okay, so I'm using the secure connection enabled, so it means I will be using the proper admin level of the operation. I can do it. Second thing is that I needed to connect with the SQL tools, for example, Lec Sql, then I think it is stores Kiwi store. No, yeah, Kiwi store hoster helper hosts 127001 with the port, then as well as the using the admin connection. So I will be use Kiwi root. There is security. Then I think I used it. Which one? User security. We root security. I mean, maybe user. And then why need to? I mean, first of all, we need to check the user should be. Let me say. Let me come back. Let's say cat. And under the to folder, then should be Kiwi root and the security with the user security. You have to make sure this username, should be admin, right? Then other things, they already been linked it to the trust. I mean, there is a secure, there is user password. I mean, those are already been written. So for example, here I have to, so you don't necessarily to type it, because then of course I have to here, let me say other things, that for example user password, right? So that's they already been automatically been applied, so you don't necessarily to type it again. So that thing, I think we should be not connect to. Ah, it's not 500. This is 5,000, right? What's the second problem? Not connect to user security. I think we should be security store name store helper is helper host. Okay, I think. Yeah. Now I can so there is no any kind of error here. So I can able to say at show tables, right? Show. I can say also users. So user show user. Yeah. So actually, currently I will be use two admin. There's a two user, a normal user. I think I remember one of them is two admin is should be they have a sys admin privilege, so still can be create table permission they has. First things I'm trying to, let me run one of the example. Let's say first the SQL basic examples here. SQL basic example. So what's inside of them? Okay, let's say first cat and SQL basic examples. What's inside of them? Actually, what they're doing is actually create one of the table. If table is exist, if not existed, then they will be create this table with ID, first name, last name, age, income, and those things. So it's basically the table will be created. After that, they needed to manipulate some data from the user JSON. So let's say it also, as well as get familiar with what's inside of them. So for example, cat, SQL thing, right? Users JSON. So what's inside of them? Actually, they has a several a file element. It's an ID. So file user will be inserted. So let's do it. Let's do it. First things I want to load this function. Loaded. I will be use, for example, I will be use the function that load, right? I also can check it with the function, for example, load help. Then I will be say what's the load actually needed to follow. So I needed to uh, point out I needed to give the path of the file with the path, so I can load this function. Load. Well, for now, let me clarify this one. For now, pwd, this is the folder here. I mean, and then actually the example is pwd. Example is after that two subfolder inside two sub. Oh no, there is a two subfolder inside a. So we needed to also include the things, the folder as well. I mean, I think I should copy this one, right? So I can load the file, then the folder, then SQL, then SQL disk these things. Then let me finish it. So, wow. Hold on. I'm sorry for first of all, I needed to input it. Then after that, I needed to run it this function, run it this script. Okay. So here it is. Oh, so actually they already run it. Let's say show tables. Then we can able to see the users table I created before the test is before. But that also I needed to import because it's not the same folder, so I needed to import it as well. Import what's the help. You also same like this, import table name, import table, then file. So you also needed to specify the format. So what's the thing is that table users. So import table. Table name is users. The file, I would say that I think I can. Oh, hold on a second. There's a name user. What's the name of? We say ls SQL. So it's users JSON. Users, not user, JSON. JSON. I mean, using the data that which is string. Something wrong. What's wrong? Import table users file load file. There is no load. Okay. Still wrong. File. Table users. What's the problem? What does the problem? Let me see. Users JSON table file import. Import. Import table. I mean, before then is table. It's this one. So it's also, we already load this file table. So then select from, I think I can able to show from users. Okay. Now hold on a second. Select from users. Okay. So that's our result so far. And then I think we can run a little bit more function. For example, I think I can run select user index, just like simple one, just like so. Yeah, as well as other things like example, just select. I mean, the thing I think I already, yeah, I think I already copied it, so I can copy paste it. Make sure I didn't made a mistake for that. Select last name ID income. Income is divided to 12, so it's monthly the salary, right? Yes. Then I think there is also has a doing a group by. Can do it group by as well, no problem. Yes. So group by age, so they will be ascending order by age, right? So it's same as SQL, because as we said, it's no problem. Then we also can index. We also can create the index because of the increase the performance. Okay. I think it's success. Operation. Yes, already successful created this index. Then select. You also can group by not only it is a 2 item. I mean, it's nothing special. Can do that right as well. So it is age first, then income. So age first, then for example, there is a 2 same age, but so they will be sort by second option is income. So yeah, then we also can limit this selection for performance perspective, I think. Yes. For example, this is a 2. I can do it from 2 to offset 2. So what does seems from 2? I mean, not they start from the second, start from third ID. This also can be useful to doing pagination. Then we last things, I think this is very important, that mode, let me show the mode. Mode has several things. For example, at first by the output is JSON, but JSON, I mean, this is for example, that's the default format, not default. I mean, this is a JSON format. I also can do with mode JSON per T. If I do that way, which is a little bit this way, so it means I can separate with kind of object or something like this. Then also mode, we see we can do it mode with CVS or CVS. No, basically not CVS. JSON, column, line, and CSV. I'm sorry, CSV is very similar like Excel's. So mode CSV format. So while I can select it just like this way, there is no any kind of boundary, right? So it is just between the comma they appeared. Then we also can mode with line. How about that? Let's see that. Okay, this is just like the table, right? We also can do with hold on. Mode, what is it? Yeah, mode column. Column. If I do it column mode, then it would be just like that, just like this way. I mean, so which is good. Sometimes it is very useful to look out the result. I mean, there's you can find a lot of example here. I just give a more option to, for example, I don't know, let me say, let me Google it with not I think it shouldn't be product. NoSql, oh no, Oracle NoSql DB SQL. So I think there should be a lot of options that related to it's not good. But I think there's a tutorial. Where's the tutorial? Inside tutorial, we can look at more about where would be. There should be mention about NoSql. Should be mention. Just get this one. Release. Interesting. There should be give us a little bit document. Let me just Google it. Okay. Oracle NoSql documentation. I mean, there should be a lot of related to SQL statement, right? Introduction SQL for, okay, this should be a good reference for further development of learning the SQL literature. So yeah, think I what I'm trying to saying that don't limit this there's just short exercise. I mean, you can keep discover this your knowledge with the if you're interested more. Yeah, I look forward you can investigate more. Yeah, that's it. I think we done here.